Hey guys, welcome back to Dave Does It. I'm Dave, and sometimes I do things. So we got old Blue back in the shop today. As you've seen in the last episode, we got the bed all welded down, so we have a functional truck now. I just went to the store, bought some 2x8s, get our wood sides all made up. I just angle cut the front right to match the headache rack for the time being for a mock-up to get a visual here. And then we got some steel scraps from when we went to Steel Supply the other day to get the angle iron to weld the bed down. So I'm going to get a bunch of steel cut. We're probably going to paint all the steel. And then again, we have to wait another day or just a short clip for you guys before we come and assemble it. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of what we're going for. Make some temporary wood stake pockets. I was trying to over-engineer the rear. And we'll just pick up two of the stake pockets and have, like two individual gates to pull out, right? So I just got a 2x12 to run across the back. I figure that should be satisfactory. I was trying to over-engineer it, and I was like, well, we can make barn doors, and I could weld steel here and put this here, and then everything's still removable. But then I had to remind myself, this is a budget right now solution. We have a dump bed for this truck that's going to get put on in a couple months here, hopefully. So this is just a temporary right now. Let's get rolling. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start rolling. All right, guys, we gotta make our uprights here. So I got this marked to 18.5 inches, which is the height that we need to account for our stake pocket and then our two 2x8s. So I was gonna use the Portaband, but the blade has a couple broken tooth, so it's walking really bad. So I guess we're going to the next best thing, and we're gonna make a bunch of noise with this here Sawzall. See how this works out. Hopefully better. There's one. I'm sure you guys don't want to see that, so I'll cut a few and then throw you a couple clips in and out, but that's what we're going for. So I can get two out of each chunk we have. I have 4 chunks total, so that'll give me enough for the sides, and I'm hoping some of the scraps I have I'll be able to do with the back width. If not, then I gotta go buy another drop from the Steel Supply store. Well, we got 4 cut. Just gotta make 4 more. Alright guys, we have all our pieces laid out on the body stand here. All 8. So we'll be able to get these coated and finish building our sideboards. I'm gonna go ahead and coat them with Rust-Oleum. This is gonna be the inside of the channel. We're going to wait a couple hours, and then hopefully I'll be able to flip them. They'll be dry enough I can flip them and do the outside. And then, like everything else, we'll have to wait the following day so this oil-based paint fully cures, and then we can continue on with our project. There we go. So this shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to finish this up, and I'll show you guys the end result. I'm sure it's enough of me stroking brushes. Well guys, another new day. So we finally got all of our uprights painted. As you can see here, they're flipped, painted, dried. So now, I'm going to fit them into the truck one by one. Maybe do the 2 ends first. And then we'll drill the holes, mount the board. And then set up the next board, and then drill the holes, mount the board. Right? Until we build our panel. Alright, I have this panel mocked up so you can kind of see what we're going for, right? So we're going to drill 2 holes in each board of each upright, right? So we'll have 4 holes in the upright altogether, and then we'll be using 3/8 hardware to sandwich it together. So I'm going to start with this front one here, and then I'll probably move to the rear, and then we'll fill in the middle as we go through. And then, because of our headache rack being tapered, I have a piece of 2x3 inch angle iron that we're going to fasten on the inside of the boards here to fill in this little gap. It should be pretty straightforward and go pretty easy. It's just, I guess drilling's going to kind of suck. But we'll get her done. We'll just do one at a time. But I wanted to stack the boards to kind of show you what we're going for. And then all the uprights are cut to the same length. This one's flush with the bottom of the pocket. Just right here. Look at that. too, just barely long enough. Maybe I should have got the 4-inch bolts. These are only 3.5. Oh, works good. I like that. That looks pretty good. I'll go hole number 2. Nice. Match our cut line, like so. Sweet. I dig it. I dig it. Now we'll move down to the end over here, and we're going to do the same thing. Although I might go find my safety glasses. I'm not entirely sold on the safety squints cutting it right now. There we go, that's better. I was just all caught up in the moment, the excitement of having a bedside. Next! Let's get you guys moved over. Yeah, boy. How's that look? A little crooked? That'd be fine. And my battery died. That's cool. Figures. Try to film content for you guys, and I have a bunch of dead tools. Whoa. That one got serious. Look at that. Beautiful. Coming together nicely. Wow, look at that. Oh, blue has that side, kinda. Gotta get a couple more uprights in there. I guess it's gonna be a little floppy. Maybe I'll drill a hole and bolt them, right? That way they're still removable, but they don't have to be, they'll be a little more fixed and they won't be as floppy. But we got 2 more uprights to put in. I'm gonna get these 2 more, these 2 uprights, and then I will bring you guys back when we do that inside angle. I'm gonna get this done really quick, and I'm gonna ponder on this a little bit if we're going to add some bolts. You know, maybe bolt it front and rear just to hold the side on. That's a little floppies. But that's to be expected, right? It's just a piece of C-channel in a pocket, so. Other than that, I'm very happy with this. And there we have it, guys. Old Blue has a bedside and a bed. This is awesome. I think I am going to, I'm going to drill a hole in the front pocket and then drill a hole in the rear pocket over here, and we're gonna bolt it together. So we can go ahead and get that done really quick. So we got that filler piece we have to put in to close that gap because the headache rack's on an angle. So I got this 2 by 3 inch angle iron, and all we're gonna do is just set it right in there like that. And then we'll just screw it from the inside to these 2 boards. And we have a nice filler. So I'm gonna mark this piece, we're gonna drill some holes in it, and then we'll get it bolted on. Alright guys, we got all our holes drilled and our piece of angle iron here. We're going to be using these, the grip fasteners that we used on the trailer. And that's all we're doing. We're just, bam, screwing it right on in, just like so. And get it to sit nice. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. So we got the gap all filled in. Professional like. Right, we're just making do with what we have. So, you know, this was a lot better and a lot easier of a solution than trying to fix our dump bed right now. and we're gonna have a dump bed that we can use. You know, we can put stump grindings in here, we can put topsoil in here, pretty much anything. You know, it's just gonna be, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the back gate, which is probably gonna be a pain in the butt, and then we get ready to work, I guess. But this is one side done, so you guys can kind of get an idea. I'm gonna climb out of here, I'll show it to you one more time, and then we're gonna call it a day for this, and I'm gonna keep trucking along and get the other side knocked out. You know, you guys already understand the process and seen it, so I don't need to drag you through that again, and it's a lot tighter on that side of the garage. So, but yeah, this is forward progress, so it's exciting for me. You know, I have a usable truck. Hopefully it lasts a while and it does something well, because I got way too much time and money in this thing, and it's just been an uphill battle. But let's climb out of here, and we'll do a quick walk around on this panel. Here we have it, guys. Here's the final result. Got that filler piece up in there. I'm really excited for this, and I want to thank you guys for coming along with this journey as we grow and we evolve and finally getting some projects done. You know, this has been a game changer for me, and you know, it helps me stay on track and stay focused as I create content for you guys. So you'll see this truck a lot more as we start using it, because we'll be recording some of the things that we do, going out there and, you know, trying to hustle with the nice weather. But yeah, it's awesome. Old Blue has a bed that dumps with sides. You know, this is going to be a game changer. I'm really excited and looking forward to this. So again, thank you guys for coming along. Remember, kindness is free. It doesn't cost you anything to be a decent person, and try to inspire someone. Thank you.